Right, so for question 1, we're asked to find the mean and standard deviation for Woolworths hourly share prices. This is just calculator work. We can go to mode. We want the stats option, so in this calculator it's 2. And then for mean and standard deviation, you have to go for 1 var, which is option 1 on here. Now we've got 2 columns that have come up. This table can be a bit deceptive because we do have 2 rows of data, but the second row isn't frequency. We're only interested in actually getting the mean and standard deviation of the share prices. So the top row of the table isn't actually relevant to this question, the time row there. So we'll just enter these values here in the bottom row as our x values. Okay, so the first one is 3. Let's move that up slightly. So 3.0. Can press equals to move on to the next row. So 2.7, 2.8, 2.8, 2.9, 3.1, 3.2, 3.1, right, so I should have done them, but I will just check that they're all correct. So going through them again, we've got 3, 2.7, 2.8, 2.8, 2.9, 3.1, 3.2, 3.1, 3.1. It is always worth checking that they're correct because obviously for a calculator question you're not going to get method marks if you've made a mistake there. Now we can press AC and then we need to get the mean and the standard deviation back out from the calculator. So you will notice above the 1 key here we've got a little stats written, so we'll press shift 1 and then we want option 5 here, VAR again, so let's press 5. Now we're using symbols here. The symbol for the mean is X with a little bar on top, so let's press 2 and then equals, and that gives us 2.96 recurring. Okay, and earlier on I filled out my mean there, so there it is, and we'll just check that we can get the standard deviation. Okay, so let's get rid of that and we go through the same process. So shift 1, option 5, and it's this little X sigma N key. So let's press that and then equals. Some calculators have S and then X, and we get the 0.163. So that's just simple calculator work. Now let's look at the next part of the question. For option B, the mean and standard deviation of the hourly share prices for Pendragon on the same day as 6.04 and 0.126 respectively. Okay, so I filled those in earlier. We've got to compare them, and we're going to get 3 marks for comparing the Woolworths and the Pendragon share prices. So let's look first at the mean, where we can see that Woolworths 2.97, that's just under 3. Pendragon 6.04, that's just over 6. So doing a bit of rounding, you can see that the Pendragon share prices are going to be roughly double those of Woolworths. Okay, so your first mark there is for saying that each Pendragon share costs roughly twice each Woolworths share. Then we can compare the standard deviations. Well, they're similar, but the Woolworths one is higher. Okay, and so we can mention that it's higher, but it's also worth actually mentioning the fact that the standard deviation measures spread. Okay, so our final 2 marks for this question, Woolworths share prices are more spread out. Do you use the word spread out than those of Pendragon?